The video games industry is one of the most innovative and fastest growing industries in the world. The men and women of this industry work tirelessly to provide entertainment for the masses, and some of these provide the music. Music that we love. Music that we listen to when we're enjoying ourselves playing those video games. Video games. Music that we love. Music that we listen to when we're enjoying ourselves listening to video games. Video games. Do we even know who these people are? No. Would video games be the same without them? No. What you're about to hear are not real songs, but they are inspired.
Good evening and welcome everybody to yet another episode of Average Giants. My name is Average Gamer. People around here just call me Nick, and I'm joined always with...
Might be Giant, also Nick, just so that you're not confused.
And tonight, our first slot that we have for our show is a game that I actually tried out in PAX 2013 called Swimsanity. So we have all the guys from Deity Games here with us. If you want to introduce yourselves.
Hey, this is Ahmed. This is co-founder of Deity Games and developer, and I'm excited to be here with IGM.
This is Khalil, his brother / co-founder / developer / superhero in the works.
Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? This is Chris. I'm the lead artist at Deity Games, and this is our inaugural title, Swimsanity.
Cool. Now, before we start, can you guys give us kind of a premise of the game? Because I'd love this one.
I'm
sure. I'll go.
Take it. I got it.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, it's Swimsanity. It's a 4-player underwater brawler with competitive and cooperative game modes. So what we basically have is a huge selection of game modes we like to split into two things. We have Alliance and Defiance. So in Alliance, you have your collection of cooperative game modes. We have 2 in the demo. You have Survival mode, where you take on hordes and hordes of enemies, try to survive as long as you can. And we have Chase mode, where you're chased by this huge whale, got to get from point A to point B. Then we have our collection of competitive modes called Defiance. And in Defiance, we have our Last Move of Standing, basically your standard deathmatch mode, and Damu Rush, where it's based on Capture the Flag mode. And like we said, it's a demo, it's live. You guys can go to our website, decodegames.com, download it, play on your own, and tell us what you think.
And it is a blast. And not only am I going to be playing tonight, but we got Mighty Giant playing with me. So what do you guys suggest that we should try for the first playthrough?
I would say try some survival mode. It would be a nice get in there and kind of learn the controls, see how long you guys can last.
Yeah,
sounds
good.
The one cool thing to start off with, I definitely would say, would be survival mode as well, just because it gives you a chance to kind of progressively get better with the controls. Starts off with really light waves of enemies, and like Ahmed was saying, they get progressively more difficult, progressively more challenging. You start to, kind of get exposed to more and more of our enemies. So like that gradual pace is a really good starter for our game, I believe.
Interesting. So what are all the different powers and stuff that we're flipping through, like the stasis, harpoon, shark?
Chloe, you want to take this?
Sure. So in our game, we have what are called unleashes. Those are your superpower moves. In the demo, there's like 6 of them right now, but there's 15 in the game, in the final game.
Oh, wow.
So, for example, you have your harpoon shower, which rains down bullets from the sky. The stasis will freeze all enemies. You can become a piranha mech and basically, munch on all enemies. It's kind of a fan favorite. You could actually ride a shark. You can't lose riding a shark.
No, that's what I picked.
There's a turret, so it's like an armored turret that gives you a lot of extra health. It also gives you like a big machine gun, a little bit of underwater Rambo going on there. And then there's the medic for the guys who are team players who want to help out everyone else. So.
Oh, cool. So what exactly started like the premise? What was the idea behind Swimsanity?
So back when I was in college, when I was taking computer science, I entered this Flash class, and like one of the projects was to make a game. It was the first game I ever tried making, and this is like a simple Flash game. So I basically made a game where you were a scuba diver, and the point of the game was to grab gold from the bottom of the ocean and bring it back to your boat. And since the game was about a scuba diver, I was like, I'm going to call this game Swimsanity, The Adventures of Mubajiver, the Scuba Diver, because it only makes sense. So Yeah, and like basically this guy swam down to the bottom ocean trying to grab gold while fish attacked him and stuff like that. And then for the final, like in the same class, we had another project for an option. We could also make another game. So I was like, yo, I'm on fire. I want to make some Sanity 2,
Oh, I guess
The
we-
Adventures of
oh,
Scuba Diver, the Scuba Diver.
Oh,
So,
cool.
you know, because I was on a roll. And basically in this game, it was online play. 1v1, each player had a gun, and, you know, same premise, the player gets the most gold wins. And then, you know, once I got out of college, I knew I wanted to get into game development, but I didn't know if it was really an option. And XNA was really big at the time. And my brother, you know, he was kind of looking into this. He's like, yo, we should make this into a real, like, Xbox game. But he's like, you know, if we're going to make this an Xbox game, we have to go, like, over the top. We got to make it 4-player. We got to add more weapons. We got to have super moves, more enemies. And, you know, we had this really just kind of crazy concept that just all kind of came together. And, you know, this is just me and my brother. And, you know, I'm like really artistically challenged, and my brother's like semi-artistically challenged. So we knew like if we really wanted to make this game, that we need the final component, which was an artist, which is where Chris came in. And Chris is one of our childhood friends, and
Oh, wow.
he's never done digital art before Swimsanity. But
Oh,
we knew
wow.
he had artistic talent. Like we knew he had artistic talent. We're like, if we can teach him the tools, like the technical aspects of the tools, we think he could run away with it. And, you know, we pulled him aside, to IHOP, and we're like, hey, man, like, this is something we can do. We can make an Xbox game together. We just put together the time on the side, kind of push away some of our other hobbies, and, like, let's get into gaming. And, you know, I'm a good talker, so...
Andy bought me a meat lovers omelet, so I was pretty much sold at that point.
Yeah.
I bought him breakfast, so basically he was on board. And, yeah, and it just started from there, and became Swimsanity. They didn't like the title Adventures of Muba Diver, the Scuba Diver, so I convinced them just to call the character Muba, and, you know, I got that in the game at least.
Yeah,
So
the last Muba
that's where we are
I
now.
was kind of wondering about that.
Yeah, that's all that's there. That's all my fault.
That's pretty cool. Oh man, this is actually quite intense. I'm not
The
cool.
one thing that I'm just really bad at is twin stick. I'm terrible at it, so
Okay.
it gives an extra element of difficulty for me at least.
Mhm. Quite
Yeah, that
intense
was-
controls.
Yeah.
That was actually something I struggled with when we very first starting, like when we were testing and developing the game. But I would definitely say I feel like them two have done a great job, like really developing the mechanics and the physics of this game. It actually started to make a lot more sense to me the more and more I was playing it. Obviously, like with
Yeah.
most things.
Now
There
this-
actually is a basic control set Easter egg for anyone listening who has the demo. If you press down the left joystick, you actually change to like just a single joystick shooter. I think that's still in the game, right, Ahmed? I might
Yeah,
just be
that's
top. Yeah, that's still in the game. Yeah, and you could aim and stuff with the left stick. Of course, then you lose like the freedom of movement that you get with, you know, a dual stick thing, because you're moving in the same direction that you're aiming. But you know, if you're having a hard time with the dual stick part, that's a good place to kind of practice.
There you go, Giant.
Yeah. Yeah, we played one other game that was a twin stick, and that was Assault Android Cactus.
That's a gooder.
And
Oh.
that's an overhead shooter.
Yep.
I don't know what you
Yeah.
want to call it.
Yeah,
By the
it's-
way, I've been dead for about 2 minutes now.
Sorry.
No, it's because what I found out the hard way about
The blowfish?
the blowfish.
Blowfish.
Yeah.
And then I keep on making the mistake of trying to shoot them regardless. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get it. Oh,
Yes, people do not
Yeah, we're
shoot
actually
the fish in
we're
the
actually
dick.
very we're actually really proud that we feel like we've created one of the most annoying enemies in the history of side scrollers, and so that's something we definitely pride our development on. But yeah, that blowfish can be a real pain.
so I'm gonna say it's not the worst. It's probably in the top 10.
We'll take that.
I'm sure there's been some pretty crazy.
Yeah, anywhere in the top 10, and we'll take it.
Made it to 9 waves.
9 waves. 9 waves, first playthrough. 2
Okay.
pro, right?
Not bad, not bad.
Boy, you kicked my butt for points.
So this, like I was saying, I played this in Seattle last year, and you guys have come a long way. Because back then it was only the PvP components where everybody was kind of fighting each other.
Oh, yep. Yeah, man. We definitely did a lot since Prime. I don't even know if anything in there since Prime's even in the game. It's pretty much been completely redone.
Crazy.
So yeah, if you guys want to jump in the chase mode after, this has been a mode that we actually did 3 weeks before PAX East, and we got it into PAX East.
Oh,
and
wow.
It definitely like kind of added a whole new dynamic to our game, and we were playing it for a while. We just didn't make the jump for it, and then we tried right at the end, and we think it came out pretty good. So I'll be excited to see what you guys think of it.
I'll have to try.
Yeah, one thing we've definitely tried to steer away from with Swimsanity was just kind of the, very generic, just standard story mode that we feel like you find with most side scrollers. Because one of our main focuses with this game was to really bring back that retro 90s gaming, like retro 90s feel, like a party game where you'd sit with a couple of friends.
Yeah,
on a
we
couch
were just mentioning
Yeah.
this would be the kind of game that you play at like Chuck E. Cheese, where
Or Buddy's house.
yeah, where you have like the 4-player games like Simpsons or.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, drop the point in and roll.
Yeah.
I can completely agree with that. The Simpsons one was a classic, by the way.
Oh, heck yeah.
But so one thing we did try to do though is that we also want to be able to carry a single player experience, even though we're trying to maintain that party feel, and we feel like we've really started to achieve that with this chase mode, and it's really just getting going because a lot of people that have kind of demoed the game and whatnot. I think they're under the impression that chase mode is going to be very limited, maybe to one map, and if not to one map, then at least to one enemy. And we definitely have planned out for our fans and stuff that we're going to have a version of chase mode on every single map in our game, as well as an additional like monster enemy that's going to go along with each one of them.
Wow.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to completing that mode.
So, what was the most difficult thing you guys had to face while you were creating this so far?
Time and energy.
Yeah. We do this part time. So we all work at actually a company called Pegasystems, and I'm a software engineer there. My brother, he's a sales engineer, so he travels a lot.
Okay.
And Chris is the operational coordinator there. So we all work like 40 to 50-hour weeks there. So definitely putting the time in late at night definitely is the biggest hurdle right now. But I feel like we're pretty good on execution. So we've been kind of doing this for a little while on that way. I mean, hopefully one time we can go full time and have a full week to do this, and we feel we can definitely do some damage.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, I should not use that. Frick,
I love the ultimate abilities, though. They're such a neat little touch.
So, by the way, you guys can also do what we call team unleashes. So when you see your guy do that whole charge up thing, if the other guy presses Y during that period, you guys both do your unleash at the same time.
Yes, sir.
And you actually get bonuses if you do that. You get extra points towards your unleash bar the next time around.
Oh, cool. Oh, man, freaking blowfish.
There's a lot of extra little things in there. It's very... Oh, God! Stupid
Take this.
blowfish!
Oh, whoops. Sorry.
No, there's lots of little features here that you're not expecting. It's nice. Come on, blowfish!
Oh, go for it. Nice.
Wave 9. Oh god, this is the
Oh, now I want to do the combo.
mashing the
time
sheet.
crisis with his controller. Oh man. So, what kind of games influenced you when you were creating this? I kind of get the feeling of like classic Super Mario.
Yeah, I was starting to think like
So-
the Mario that you play when you were on like Super Mario 3 and you pressed A or whatever it was.
That was actually the original.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Why do you guys say that? Because I don't know if you guys have ever played a Game & Watch Gallery on Game Boy / Game Boy Color era, which was kind of like a Mario game.
Oh yeah.
And in that game, there was a game called Octopus, where you like go down to the bottom of the water, you get gold, and you bring it back up while there's an octopus trying to grab you. That was direct inspiration of the original Swimsanity.
Oh, interesting.
But I wanted more like free movement instead of just like moving in those 5 different blocks. I wanted like free movement and be able to like grab gold from anywhere. Of course, the gold component's been kind of taken out of it, but that was where the idea started. Like, I just want to make an underwater game because there's like a lot of cool sea creatures you can kind of make like video game plays on, and it kind of gives us a lot of creativity. And I feel like sea creatures are kind of the thing where like you can create an underwater creature and people are all like they start to believe that it's like a real fish. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so
yeah.
it gives us a lot of range for creativity and stuff like that.
And you do have the market on underwater games right now, I'm pretty sure.
Except for Far Sky, maybe.
Yeah, I'd say Bomberman 2 was also a very big inspiration for like the final product you're saying. Like we were huge on Bomberman. We actually were. Me and my brother like kind of played to like try to get the top of the boards, leaderboards with that game a lot. So that was like a huge inspiration when we were growing up, as far as how the multiplayer madness goes.
Yeah, definitely. You can kind of see that actually with like a lot of the power-ups.
Yep.
I love how they're very, very random too.
Oh, you can?
It does work.
That's good to know, that you can blow them up.
Yeah.
When I saw it like puff up, I thought it was going to be like Donkey Kong Country, where they puff up and then just explode.
Oh, yeah. Oh, don't give them ideas.
Yeah. I'm actually seeing that one in the back of my head, actually.
So who did the music?
That'd be me. So I do the music and I do the sound effects for the most part. My cousin actually kind of taught me a lot of the music stuff, and I kind of just ran away with it a little bit. That's kind of one of the other things we just kind of do along the way. We're like, oh shoot, we got a couple weeks left. Like, we need a new song. And I'm like, all right, I'll get to the keyboard, make something. So we really are gamers making games. Like, we pretty much just throw things. We kind of like be on our feet, learn things as quick as we can, and kind of throw it together. But yeah, you're looking at guys that just had an inspiration, want to get into development, and just instead of kind of dreaming it, we just kind of went in and try to teach ourselves as much as we can.
Yeah, it's so funny because like making music is actually really interesting the way that we do it. What happens is that we save it to the very end, like a week before we actually need it, and then we lock Ahmed in his room, like chain the doors and stuff like that, and like 2 times a day we'll slide food under the door. Usually something that's like a week old because we want to keep him honest, like we don't want him to get comfortable in there, and we feel like that's what really brings out the urgency of the music. That kind of survival thing. Like making Ahmed literally have to survive on his own. So
please save me. Please save me.
Hey, if it works,
You
it
said
works.
you made your own sound effects too?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's really...
So it's a bunch of random sounds put together, and I usually throw some effects on there until I just feel like it sounds right.
Even just in my own opinion, I feel like we've never really given him a fair shot either to just like sit down and have like a genuine amount of time to just like focus solely on sound. It's usually like, in the middle of like editing a promo video that we're doing, on top of like finishing development, on top of like contacting different press that we've been in touch with and stuff like that. It's like he's never really had the opportunity to just like sit down and focus on the pure sound of our game. So I'm really looking forward to kind of when we're finalizing development and going in and putting all the bells and whistles on things. I'm really looking forward to see kind of, especially with Evolution, how much work he's put in already, just to kind of see where we're at.
Yeah, definitely. So we're going to be trying the chase right here.
Oh, we are.
Yeah, we're doing chase now. So I really like how the loading screen is all the tutorial you're ever going to need.
That was a big challenge for us, to be honest, and that's once again to Ahmed's credit. We kind of went back and forth for a while about how are we going to be able to kind of condense all of this information onto one screen, make sure that players just moving from mode to mode, we're going to be able to know exactly what they had to do. So
interesting.
And I think that was actually a big thing for us when we. It's one of the things we actually used to get in our early builds was like, this game is too complicated, or there's too much stuff on the screen, we don't know what's going on. And I think once we really found Swimsanity, it was when we found out that it was like people could understand it within one screen.
Yeah.
And I guess just some advice to some other like up and coming developers is like something that we learned along the way is sometimes simple is better in gaming. Actually, I'd say more often than not, simple is better. So that's definitely something that we learned along the way was there's no need to inject all of your dreams of gaming inside of one game. Like stick with a simple concept and then build up on that and flesh that out.
Oh, and there's the help. That's something that I find very important. And a lot of, especially new developers, want to do this huge passion project that they've had the idea of, like their whole life and blah blah blah. But a lot of times, I mean, not for you guys, because you guys literally did do that and you did it very well. But a lot of times, you kind of want to get a little bit of a couple projects behind you. That are like more learning experiences.
Right.
32%.
Wow. I died at like 20%.
You guys are going to have to run that one back.
Yeah, run it back, man. Run it back.
I'm going to do this again.
One thing I would say definitely try and utilize in that chase mode is like be really intelligent about the use of the teleports, which is so that was something just kind of on the topic of how we simplified things was during the early stages of our game we didn't really have like an evasive move or a way to defend yourself. It was kind of just like, you know, if you were getting shot at or attacked by something that was you know, outsmarting you initially, it was like kind of hard to break away from the fact that you were taking damage, and introducing the whole teleport routine, the ability to kind of just hit the A button and move that 2 or 3 inches, you know, evasively, kind of really brought a whole new element to our game. And then once we started building chase mode, we decided to probably be pretty intelligent to play with that even further and make it so that platforms were, you know, large enough that you understood that they were platforms and that they were like a hard surface within the game, but also thin enough that you could actually kind of manipulate them and transfer through them if you were intelligent with the use of that ability.
Yeah.
Otherwise that would kill you.
Interesting. From chat, Roth is asking, what goes into finding the right style of music for the game?
What goes into it? I feel like I have to be a crazy mind in order to do it. We actually, man, our last kind of, we went through all the sound again because all our sound, it all sounded too much alike as far as like the harpoon sounds. I actually had one sound for it at first, and then I ended up kind of thinking I wanted it to sound more like Star Wars almost as you're shooting them. And I kind of played some Star Wars tapes to see how they were shooting, and it was always different tones of shots. I have like a high pitch shot, then a low pitch, and then so I actually have about 5 or 6 different harpoon sounds in there, and then they're all, you know, it kind of sounds like you're in like a Star Wars kind of battle as they're shooting each other.
Totally.
And then like we had the turret. I don't know if you guys if you have used a turret yet, but
Yeah,
I played turret.
we knew that one needed more like a cannon, so I had to put some bass in there to kind of have it feel like you're really holding something that's really tough, that takes a while to turn. Like you have to feel that in the sound, and that's what really puts the finishing touches on there. But yeah, we just needed to pretty much. We sat there. I kind of put like an Excel sheet, like what can use a sound here and there, and try to put it together. Then you have to kind of put the pitches and see if they all match. But yeah, it's definitely a task, and it's even something I know I even can improve on. And like Chris said, I can't wait to kind of take the full time to even go through and really up the sound in the game.
Shoot, I need help.
How difficult have you guys found that it is to balance the game for, like, you know, in multiplayer, that kind of thing? You touch on it in that when you realized you didn't have the kind of evasive maneuver, you tried to figure one out, and so you came up with the teleport. How much time and effort actually goes into that kind of balancing?
I mean, that's a lot of it, honestly, and a lot of that comes from doing a lot of test plays. So what we'll do a lot of times is, you know, every like once a month, maybe twice a month, depending on when due dates are coming up, we'll invite a bunch of friends over. To basically just play our game, and we'll sit back and we'll watch their responses or listen to their responses, and, you know, see where they're having the toughest time with. But I don't think there's any other real answer with how to balance a game other than the fact that you need people outside of the development team to play the game so that you can watch the game play on its own. Mm-hmm. And one thing that I'll say too is, you know, when you invite your friends, don't invite your best friends. Like, don't invite those friends who are going to say the game's good because, like, they don't want to hurt your feelings. Invite, like, that jerk from the office who's like, no, seriously, invite that jerk from the office who doesn't care about your feelings. You know, get a good mix. Get some hardcore gamers, get some casual gamers. Get your mom to play the game. Someone who doesn't play games at all.
Yeah.
Just so you can see the controller in every different type of person's hands, and then that's when you're really going to understand how, you know, which things are overpowered. You know, what things people are complaining about because it's just that guy who complains too much about video games. So it's really like you have to get as many people to touch the game as possible, and, you know, that's what we really kind of try to do with our test plays.
Yeah, one of the things we pay attention to is not just kind of what they're saying, but also their body language. So we look at their body language and see if they always feel confused all the time. When they're like, one big problem is we had before is when people respond, they had no idea where they were. And when you die now, you have that little teleport ball that brings you back to where you were. And before we just like popped you back up on the screen. And it was just, no one complained about it, but you can just tell by their body language and by them like scrambling to get, you know, in a position that all three of us right after the playtest done was like, yeah, we need to fix that. So it's not just what they say, but also kind of the movements and what they're doing. So, but you have to really, taking criticism is probably one of the toughest things. And you need to be able to, you know, have some self-criticism too, and kind of figure out what the balance is.
Yeah, and that same trend too. I would also say a lot of our buddies and stuff that we have come play the game. It's like you're talking about gamers that are ultra competitive. And so sometimes you got to be able to kind of seed apart. You know, when are they saying that they don't like something or that something doesn't work strictly because it doesn't work, and when are they saying it because they're currently losing?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why I feel like the multiple, doing multiple test plays and stuff over different builds and at different time periods is a really good thing. Because, I mean, even me personally, there's been, in almost every single game I've played, there's always been some kind of ability or some kind of scenario that I've been like, this really sucks. And then you turn around after kind of becoming a true fan of the game or finding a way to manipulate that scenario. And you're like, I actually kind of like this now. Or like, I understand why the developers put this scenario in here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
I mean, a lot of that comes from like the confidence of your team too. So I mean, like if your team is confident in the game that you're making, so like what we'll do is like after we get all this feedback and stuff, if the majority of us say that it's like the change should be in the game, we'll put it in the game. But like if someone says they want to make the change and like we're all looking at each other like no, we're okay with where the game is, at a certain point you have to have the confidence as a team and like the product that you're putting out there. That you shouldn't make that change, but that takes, as I said before, like being honest about your own products, knowing that you're trying to make the best game ever, not that you're just taking things too personally.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting. You guys sound very how should I put this? You're gurus of the industry.
Yeah, we wish. Trust me, if we were gurus of the industry, it's I feel like we'd be even further along now. I mean, this is definitely a learning experience for sure every day. I'm just trying to stay very humble about the whole experience. And just like every single one of these interviews and every fan that we talk to, and even like the arguments that we have amongst each other, it's like we just try and take as much knowledge out of it as we can. And I think that's been a very important part of this whole thing is just really staying humble and understanding that there's just so much to be learned and so much left to learn, but at the same time, we appreciate that. I mean, we definitely have poured our heart and souls into really trying to master this whole process. So.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of all this advice is a lot of great advice that I find a lot of newer developers, which you guys are, have trouble with, and they think that they know the industry or they think that their ideas are going to be better, but it's really refreshing to see guys that are working on this awesome game that's like their first game, being so savvy and so humble about it.
We really appreciate that, man. That's even more complimenting than anything you could say about the game. Is just at the end of the day, it's like we just have a lot of confidence in each other, I think, and that tends to resonate A through the product I think that we're building, and B through just the experiences that we have with everybody outside of our development team. So we sincerely appreciate that.
Anytime. So we just completed the chase. We've done the survival. Next up, we're going to try Defiance. Do you guys want to explain? Because Last Move is Standing, I think, is pretty much how I played this game first.
Right.
Yeah.
So that.
Go ahead.
What are you guys doing?
Definitely jump into Last Move Standing. I think with 1v1, Last Move Standing definitely holds up pretty well. So we actually designed competitive modes before we did the cooperative mode. So the competitive modes are actually kind of the heart and soul of our Swimsanity game. So I think you guys should jump in some one-on-one, start talking some trash. Let's see who's the best.
I would never talk trash to Giant.
Oh man, do we ever?
Oh,
What?
oh man!
What?
You're down for what?
What was that?
That was you kicking my ass.
That was me not knowing where I was or what I was
Guess
doing.
what? Oh, yeah,
You're still
electric, yeah.
That's bullcrap.
One thing that you'll definitely notice about the competitive modes, obviously, is you guys are playing and stuff. One thing we really tried to focus on before PAX, and kudos to Ahmed for really pulling this one off super effectively, was we kind of tried to change all the indicators. As you can imagine, like they said originally, Swimsanity was literally exactly that. It was like this insane, just incredibly chaotic game. And at times it was difficult to kind of follow what your player was doing, what you were responsible for, where you were. And I feel like with this build, we've done a great job of really taking all the elements that kind of are interactive and things that you actually have control over in the game and kind of color-coded them and and put them so that you know exactly which harpoons which harpoons are responsible for when you're teleporting, and like your HUD at the bottom. It's a lot easier to follow with the eye. I believe.
Yeah. Oh, it definitely is. And that was probably one of the issues I had in Seattle. It was a little confusing.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, gets him! He gets him! Oh!
So our Defiance modes can actually be played free for all or on teams. If you have 4 people, you can do 2v2. And the demo you're playing, you have Last Move Standing, which is like your deathmatch mode. And then the other one's also Dama Rush. Probably better play with like 3 to 4 players, but it's like capture the flag. So you're trying to capture this orb and bring it back to your base as many times as possible. And they're both really fun. And I'll say in the final game in both Alliance and Defiance, there's going to be 4 different game modes each initially. So 4 Alliance modes and 4 Defiance modes.
That's crazy. Also, that's 1 me. I think we should do best out of 3, and then we'll go try the capture the flag style. Okay.
Perfect.
1 me.
God.
Just want to point that out. Go Team Average.
Yeah, you're
Go Team Average. Yay.
You're better with the twin sticks.
So as far as like the full multiplayer experience for the final game, we plan on, you guys are playing the local play demo, of course, but in the final game, we plan on having online play. And then also kind of a nod back to like N64 multiplayer days, offline sims. So, if you don't have friends to play with at the time, you can play with some AI characters and kind of give yourself that, make-believe multiplayer experience, if you can say.
Totally.
Don't.
This is so high stress. No. So high stress. Get it. Go get it. Oh.
I can't do anything with this. And that doesn't help that you're like camping at my spawn.
No, that didn't happen.
You're spawn camping. You're spawn camping.
That's my spawn. What are you doing to my spawn, bro?
You weren't even. Well,
what's up, bro?
Oh, you gotta turn up. It's slow. It
is.
It's slow, but does so much damage.
Come get the thing.
Nope.
Come get it. Speed, you can get it.
Nope.
Yeah, another thing back to just kind of the niches, and you'll see this the more and more that we start to expose niches in the game, is just that a lot of people tend to think like 1 or 2 of the specific unleashes is like and one thing that we've tried to focus on is I feel like we've created such like a wide array of unleashes that in each different mode or in each different scenario you can really find a use case for whatever the unleash is that'll make it seem overpowering in that specific scenario.
Yeah, I can totally see that. Like the turret is really good in survival mode, which we found out earlier, but is not as good in the 1v1. Oh God!
Watch out for that shark.
You're not gonna get it.
Damn shark.
Don't worry about it. I'm just gonna stay right here.
It's so much fun to shoot this thing.
There we go.
So how often do you guys play this together and just trash talk each other?
Oh man, that's the thing. Like, we're not just making this game just to make it. Like, we want to be the best at this game.
Yeah, definitely. That's why you need to put in like leaderboards when it goes live.
Oh yeah, there'll be leaderboards for sure.
Yeah, there will definitely be leaderboards. Another great idea that kind of got brought up during development was the ability to maybe have like daily challenges and different little tasks that are going to kind of keep the multiplayer modes and the cooperative modes as well just like really fresh as far as giving people new objectives on like a weekly or monthly basis, different little achievements to kind of work towards. So we're planning on having that experience in there as well.
Yeah, that'll give it some really good lasting appeal.
I'm sorry I don't talk much when in games like this because I get so immersed that I actually stop blinking.
I'd like to point out that
sweating.
this good old controller of mine I've had for about 4 years now, and this game I just ripped off a chunk of one of my sticks.
Yeah, we're looking forward to breaking a lot of people's hard triggers.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I have 4 of these at home, so
Yeah.
I have plenty to bust if need be. Alright, what's this one now?
This is the Damu Rush. So pretty much, it's like capture the flag.
Okay.
Yeah.
So definitely, as our other modes, the more people, the more fun. But we're definitely gonna try this out 1v1 and see who can just start, knocking the other person out here.
I'm so not good at these. Yeah, if you ever see me playing a really intense game, it's actually kind of weird because I actually do stop blinking.
Oh, really? Now people are gonna keep watching.
Nice.
This is what I think I played.
What happened?
Oh, I see. No, you get back into that.
Oh, I got killed too.
You can now teleport with the orb.
Oh. Oh, well, that changes the game.
That changes things. So anyone who, by the way, we have a playable demo on our website. But this mode is definitely, in my opinion, a ball if you have 4 players. Specifically, if you're playing teams, it gets really strategic.
Yeah, that's right.
I would love to see this with 4 people actually, because you could have like 1D, 1O.
Yep.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you that mode is like, that is probably the most fun that we have as the developers as teams, is just splitting up 2-on-2, and that's actually exactly how it typically plays. Is like you have one guy that's incredibly aggressive, you have one that's a little bit more defensive, and having that kind of battle back and forth, especially like with your ability to really rip away on that R trigger, is becomes a lot of fun.
And using the different combinations of Alicias with your teammates. You might have one guy use the stasis while the other guy has the piranha to eat everyone that's frozen, stuff like that.
Oh, I want to do that. Also, Savvy, can you link their website? I know you're gonna have to find it. Oh, you killed me!
www.decoygames.com.
Oh, no. Oh, I missed. Oh, damn it, I don't have any.
We're also on Steam Greenlight, Facebook, Twitter.
And you guys do have a Kickstarter going on as well, I think, right?
Yep, it's actually in the last week. We're ending up in a week. We're really just trying to build a community. So one thing you'll notice is in our Kickstarter, all of our stretch goals are backer-based, not financially based.
Yeah, I did. I checked that out.
Yeah, so what we really want is we just want to have a large community playing the game. One, to give us confidence that we have the support behind Swimsanity for a launch, but also, as we said, we just want to build a community with us that we can stay in touch with and whatnot. So anything that you can do to support would be great.
Totally.
If you can't support us, like I said, you can go to Steam Greenlight, just click yes.
This match is actually getting pretty competitive right now.
Damn it!
Right?
Yeah, but he's gonna get one from me.
Beat you!
He's gonna get one from me. Oh no!
Yes!
Whenever I recover.
This is intense.
Ooh, tight game.
No!
No! Yes!
You ass! Seriously!
Oh!
That's bullcrap!
Pretty epic, yes,
Holy
me.
bullcrap! That's what that was. Oh,
Oh, there's a big cat.
Man.
Gotta make a last second one right
What
here.
is that
Oh,
on
no.
that's right.
leash?
Go, 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 go.
Yeah, I
tight
didn't
game.
see that. You see this? Oh.
No, it's undead. No, Unleash.
Oh.
Unleash, what are you doing?
Starts from scratch. Next
No!
one wins.
Face it. Get
No!
it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Oh.
That was good, guys.
That
For
was
1-1, that was.
Bullshit. That's what that was.
That was a pretty epic ending. I was pretty fired up about that.
Okay, best 2 out of 3.
Fine. At least I know what I'm doing now.
So what is I'm so curious now. What are some of that panda?
So before you guys I just gotta interrupt you real quick.
Yeah.
I think you guys should restart the match on our other level caves. I want to see you guys compete on that.
Totally. What are some of the more advanced tactics that you guys have found have been working?
So it comes down to, I mean, especially when you're
Is that
playing
if you have
team
me on the sticks, you'll win. That's not
Looking for a team. I'm looking for a team.
Yeah, I mean, I think especially in team modes, it comes down to the combinations of unleashes that you pick.
Oh yeah.
As we said before, we have defensive and offensive ones, and it's not always. People always kind of get tricked into always playing the offensive ones, like, oh, I'm going to ride the shark or the piranha. But the more strategic gamers, will know, to go for like the medics or stasis to stop people and stuff like that. I've seen a lot of times when I play against these guys, I'll use medic and Damu Rush, and just as they're about to take me out, I'll use my medic on myself so it gives me back a shield.
Whoa, where is it?
And kind of rebuild myself so I can kind of get the final cap in.
This is bullshit.
No, come on.
You guys are on a different level, and we're going to have a bunch of different levels and themes in the game. This is just one example of one of our themes. It's called Cave, which kind of has these guys just pushing you across. And these themes are going to go across to the alliance modes as well. So you're going to have a chase mode in the cave. So you have the guys just pushing you across, like around the level as you run away from a humongous beast again.
I'm totally screwed in this level. I got like the worst position. Oh shit! I don't even know. What is this?
Don't worry about it.
And there is no pattern to those geysers either. So the fact that you really got screwed, it's just like that's just terrible luck.
Yeah.
Oh my god! It's not working at all.
I love the latest meme.
I love it.
Oh, that GIF is perfect.
I think I might have got this one.
Oh my god! Seriously! Get one! Why am I going backwards? Jesus crap! No, mine.
Oh my,
Mine.
tell me.
That's what it is.
Oh man.
Mine now. No. Ah, we're killing each other. No.
These jet streams make
No.
they make
No,
such.
give me back. No, you don't.
I'm sorry, I'm having trouble.
Oh, I came back. Oh yeah,
Strategically
mine.
speaking,
Yeah.
the jet streams make such an interesting level for something like this.
No, you don't. Oh, damn it.
Oh man.
Oh, shark, you
Ah!
bitch.
Oh.
Where did I die too? Shit, I did.
So yeah, you'll notice in Defiance mode you have these shark and piranha icons where if you collect a shark, it randomly spawns across the screen. Or if you collect a piranha, it will launch a piranha against your opponent as well.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I can hit you.
Oh god, that's so
Yeah,
brutal.
see, that's my personal favorite thing to do right there is just freeze your opponent. It's like so frustrating that he's still on the screen and can't move. So it's like insult to injury because you usually always cap and he just sits there and wants to smash stuff.
What? Are you kidding me? I cannot believe that. How did that happen?
Oh man, the teleports. The teleports are so strong.
I've lost this one so bad.
I will take this.
Yeah, you take that. Just gonna stand there.
Yeah, you just stand there.
I couldn't do it
One-
anyways.
One thing we would definitely appreciate too, just from anybody watching, and even you guys as well. It's just, like we said, we're a 3-man dev team, and so doing this part time, one of the other big struggles that we've had, in addition to into just shortage of time, is having the ability to like really promote this thing. It's like we're all based right out of Boston, so it's like we've done a really good job of kind of reaching out to our local community and attending as many indie events and stuff as possible out here, but really just like spreading the word, telling like any of your gamer friends that there's kind of like this new retro game out there that'll let a couple of you guys sit down and party is definitely
Totally.
something that be a big help to us.
Oh man. Well, I mean, just as a testimonial, that is probably some of the most fun we've had on Giants.
For multiplayer, I mean, it's pretty. For
It's awesome.
4-player, it would be ridiculous.
You guys are
Multiplayer
yeah.
would
It
be.
would be messy.
Appreciate it, man.
We couldn't be talking to anybody. It would just be us screaming. It would just be a loud
Yeah.
scream for an hour.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Is I don't know. I would like to know what was just said in the last hour, but I've been so focused on the game.
We have 10 minutes left,
Is
there anything you guys want to see us watch, or is there anything our viewers want to see us play? Want to see us watch? We don't.
I mean, Chase is awesome, but what do you guys want to do?
Is there there's not going to be online multiplayer?
There is.
There is definitely going to be online.
Definitely
Absolutely.
going to be.
That will be awesome because then can you mix local and multi or online?
Yep.
Oh, that,
together?
Yeah, so we
Oh.
plan on touching everything.
Then you
Yeah,
can have like actual
all of
like
our fans.
team
is that-
matches. School.
Which means you guys need to do leagues and all that fun stuff.
Swimsanity leagues.
We are really going to try and develop like literally the greatest multiplayer party experience that really has been around for a while. It's like we just want to take all these elements, these little things when you
Yes,
pick up
a few
games in the
things.
past, kind of like gotten frustrated because like one ability or one scenario playing with your buddies isn't there. It's like we really want to be able to cram everything into these multiplayer experiences, and for people to be able to pick up the controller and do exactly what they want, whether it's with their friends locally, online. Mixing and matching. We just don't want to. I don't know. I always, as a gamer, get super frustrated whenever I pick up anything multiplayer, and I'm like kind of limited to what I can do multiplayer-wise. All the other possibilities seem perfectly logical. We just want to cover grounds with all of the common sense kind of things that you would want to do with a multiplayer game.
That whale needs to brush his teeth.
It does.
Are you planning any other levels for the chase, or is
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, every level.
So all the levels that you see in there, we're going to have 5 levels in the game. They go across every single mode in the game. So there's going to be a cave for chase, right? There's going to be we have one of our older levels, fortress for chase. So even though you're playing one level of chase here, there's going to be like 5 iterations of this with different sea creatures as well.
cool?
Right. Each one will have some different kind of mega monster with a different ability and whatnot.
Oh, cool.
You need some help, man.
No, you don't, Piranha.
Oh, God.
No, you don't, Piranha. Not today.
Help me!
Oh, yes, maybe today. I would not be your love.
Go away! Go away! Go
Oh
away!
my god, what are you doing to me? Whoa!
Oh!
Why did I just teleport backwards? No!
I'm alive!
So yeah, we're based out of Boston. We definitely look forward to one of the coolest things that we really experienced in this last year and stuff is meeting all the cool, basically anyone we meet along the way, whether it's someone who just played our game, other developers, other artists, and a lot of times we frequent a lot of Boston events. But we're really open just to talking to people. So if you ever want to shoot us a message on Facebook or Twitter or email, we respond pretty rapidly. So anyone in the area or anywhere really who wants to talk about anything, we're pretty open to stuff. And Chris and Ahmed are pretty lonely guys. So
I just saw someone post, I think it was Kino, saying that an online multiplayer game is rare for indies. I definitely agree. It's definitely something a lot of indies are, they definitely think twice about getting into. But like I said, we're gamers making games. So this game not having online multiplayer would just be a shame. So we're definitely gonna put this thing online. Hopefully it will run. We'll do our best to make sure it's an
What
experience.
the hell? What was that?
It's a one-man team.
Yep.
you gotta teleport up. Oh,
He's out.
he erased
I
it.
tried to teleport and it was like bloop, bloop.
It was too thick, I guess, for you.
Maybe.
I would completely agree. If this game didn't have online multiplayer, I don't think it would have much of a chance. In that,
I agree.
it's amazing. The local multiplayer reminds me of the games of old. It reminds me of playing old school Smash Brothers with my friends, kind of thing. But giving it that online component is going to be what tips this game over the edge into being just absolutely.
Yeah, of course, and I mean, for us to come out and say that one of our biggest difficulties was having time and stuff like that, we completely understand that. It's like other gamers our age and stuff like that. It's like you don't really have time to get out of your job all the time and go hang out with a group of 4 friends. That's something that becomes a little bit more impractical and infrequent as you get older. So making that online experience possible is kind of what allows you to constantly stay connected with buddies of yours that you share a similar interest. So
Yeah,
we'll definitely be sure to cover that base.
We played a few games that are all local multiplayer only, and they are very fun when you can get somebody to come with you.
Right.
but
Yep.
it's really hard.
Oh, like Assault Android Cactus.
Assault Android Cactus is so damn fun.
But because it doesn't have multiplayer, it's not going to do as well.
No, it's still going to
not
do well.
online.
It's just that it's harder to get,
Yeah, but it would do a lot better if it had online multiplayer.
or Legend of Dungeon. So damn fun, but...
Hey!
Here, you take that then.
Oof.
Oh, piranhas! Piranhas!
Oh, sniggity snap.
Guys are looking better right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
see
winning,
the experience.
winning a little bit.
Yeah. 1 hour
Miss,
experience.
miss, miss. Oh, shit, I can't do it. Oh, god damn it.
You can shoot down.
Yeah, man,
Yes.
shoot down.
I'd rather not. I'd rather shoot forward. That's what I'm
He's
about,
still-
shooting forward. Oh, hey.
Ooh.
Suppressing fire.
So when
Only
the
forward.
shark comes and eats me, I need to...
Man, you're
Go
not
up.
even close to it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we both
Here,
need
you
it.
grab that. You use that.
The hell?
The blue is just a shield.
I'm just gonna go the middle because that seems like the smart thing to do, or not. I'm not
Oh,
sure
yeah.
yet.
That piranha. Yeah, unleash that.
At least
So
the
one thing
piranhas.
Just a little Easter egg for anybody watching the game. This is just a personal strategy of mine. Whenever it comes into like the three-way canals like this, I like to, like you just said, kind of stay towards the middle. Not because any one of them is any safer than any of the others, but it kind of gives you the ability to utilize your teleports by going up or down. Whereas you're in the bottom one, if you kind of get attacked, it's like you're a little bit more limited to, that quick reaction-based or reaction time of switching in between platforms.
Okay. Let's do this once while we're still on the stream. Use your unleash.
Yeah, as a team.
Yeah!
Plus 20%. But it's so useless. 'cause
I
there's
just
nothing
wanted
here.
to see what it
Oh, I
would
guess this one. Hey, wait for me! Wait
Told
for me.
you.
Oh, I used up all my teleport.
Yeah, guys, on the last part, man. Almost there.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
we can do it. Oh, you can
I should
unleash
have been a
again.
piranha
You
as
can unleash
well.
again. Unleash.
Okay. Good time for me.
Yep.
Wait. Now is a good time.
Bow,
Yeah.
bow, 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 bow. Yeah.
Oh, oh.
What? Oh no!
Avenge
Oh no!
me.
Oh no!
Oh, the
oh no!
blowfish.
Oh the blowfish!
Oh, I
Oh god! Oh you fucking bitch!
Oh!
I should have went to the top.
Ping ponged into the shark.
Oh, man. Oh, that was
Oh
awesome.
man!
That was great.
Seriously?
Almost, guys. Almost.
Yeah.
Oh. How did I do it the first time?
Through sheer force of will.
Yeah. I guess I had the tiger blood in me.
Yeah. Okay, but that's going to about conclude it for our first hour. So again, guys, make sure to check out decoygames.com. Pick up this demo, but more importantly, go check out the Kickstarter. Back the Kickstarter. Go check out the green light. Back the green light, because this game deserves a lot of support, and I want to see them do very well.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks a lot for your time. We sincerely appreciate it. We hope you guys had fun.
Yeah, not a
Oh,
problem.
yeah, it was much too much fun.
Nothing I love more than swiping the floor with this guy.
Yeah, I'm used to it. He's officially the above average gamer too,
Oh, yeah.
and I am definitely not giant.
All right, but that's going to do it for our first half of the show. We're going to go do a couple of commercial breaks, and we will see you guys in about 5-ish minutes. We're going to be playing Deity Quest. So once again, thanks again, Decoy Games. It was
Thank
a
you
pleasure
very much.
talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. See ya.
Oh, it froze.
Oh, yeah, I know. Oh, hang on.
I think I'm gonna throw up pee.
Hello?
Oh, jeez! Ow!
Hello?
Yes.
Ah, there we go. We can hear you now.
Excellent.
All right. Perfect. Welcome back, everybody, to the second portion of our show. We are going to be playing Deity Quest. And joining us is Chase. Sorry, I forgot your last name, Chase.
Bethea.
Bethea. It's a pleasure to have you on the show with us.
I think everybody needs to see his profile picture for Skype, because that's amazing. I
Thank
love
you,
that
guys.
picture.
I appreciate you guys having me on.
Look at that
Nice.
picture. That's awesome.
Alrighty, I'm going to turn this game down so I can hear you a little bit better, and then we're pretty much good to go. Before we start the game, though, would you mind giving us a bit of a premise as to what Deity Quest is?
Sure. So Deity Quest is basically a Pokemon-esque Final Fantasy inspired type of game by Fancy Fish Games, developed by David Milletz and Natalie Milletz, and the artist Santiago Ocampo. And yeah, it's like a really retro type of feel. We were inspired. He was inspired by, where you play as a god, where you force other worldly creatures to battle and gain followers, as well as race your rival and battle other deities and solve a murder mystery that you strive to become the overgod of Abyros for.
Oh, cool.
So yeah.
I like the short synopsis on it because I'm like, yeah, okay, it's the Pokemon-esque. It's the you play God and you're battling other gods, and then it's all of a sudden you go murder mystery. I'm like, yes.
Is that not good?
I think it should be AV God.
AV God?
Yeah, it's pretty it's short and sweet, but there's a lot of gameplay involved. There's a lot of features involved, so really, really fun, really addicting.
I do enjoy the.
We're going to be neutral because I'm average. How do you feel about things?
If I die, tell my wife I said hello.
Hello. There's good and evil. No bonus followers. That's okay.
Yeah,
We're going to be neutral.
What would you say is the style? Is this like a Sega?
Oh, the
visual
graphics.
style, or more like Super Nintendo or Nintendo? What were you trying to go for on this one?
So the developer David was basically going for a Sega SNES type of style. I would say he's definitely sticking to the 16-bit style or retro at most, but yeah, I'd say that's pretty much it.
And just wondering, for is this a complete game, or like what stage is it in right now?
Average God.
So it is complete. It is released on May 1st on, let's see, it was on Congregate, and it was also on, so it's on Congregate, it's on Newgrounds, and this is just the demo itself. Also, the full version is on Google Play. It's for Android. You can play it on the go. And yes, you can take your saves if you play on the PC. I believe you should be able to take your saves and record them on Android.
No.
It's also multiplayer. So with the 6 versus 6 style battles, you guys can play against one another at any time, and you have your followers, battle against one another. So Google Play, Desura, Congregate, and Newgrounds have the demo. The game is $10, I think, or $5 on Google Play. But there's 8 parts of the game, so there's a lot of content. There's mini quests. I wasn't even halfway. I think I played like 15 hours in, and I was not even like halfway. But it just depends. You pick it up fast, and you can fly it through it, relatively well. But you get a good portion amount for the game, what you're playing.
I gotta say, I have a choice here of the Fire Dragon, which I mean, it's a dragon. That's awesome. Or the knoll, which knolls are fun.
Right.
But look at the swag that mushroom is like walking with.
He's a
He's
vagrant.
got a strut.
But he's a freaking vagrant shroom. I would totally go for that. Look
Yeah.
at his range too. That's crazy.
Yeah.
We
that
going with the
shroom-
shroom.
Go with the shroom.
That shroom is definitely pretty powerful, and it gives you all the stats and everything. Like everything is really like well thought out of about the the characters. It's just if you know RPGs, you'll be fine. If you don't like Pokemon, you don't really like RPGs as much, it's not the game for you.
You're gonna have
Just
a bad
saying.
time.
You're gonna have a bad time.
Don't back because you don't like it. At least try it, play it first. It's really solid. So
Totally. I'm sorry, I'm just skipping through the story here, but if you guys want to see the story, then the game is available for you right now to buy.
yeah, so it's released on Desura as of yesterday, and then it'll be on Indie Game Stand. I think a sale will be happening pretty soon, so stay tuned to that.
Ooh.
And you get the soundtrack as well.
Nice.
Which who did do the music? Because it is a really good soundtrack.
Swag.
I did the music. I did the entire soundtrack.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I
You've been
did.
busy.
Yeah, wow, it's to date the most music I've written for a video game so far. So I got to write for an RPG, and I wrote a lot of music for it. So put a lot of time and effort into that, and I really appreciate your thoughts and comments on it.
Totally.
So how long has this game been in development for?
10 months.
10 months, and it has a lot of content. That's really cool.
Yeah, we worked really, really, really hard. I mean, there was times where we were just coming up with more ideas and more ideas and more ideas, and just kind of figuring out like what more can we add to make it a little bit more different, and still give that nostalgic feel to the players.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted it to be for all ages, if we could. It's very lighthearted. It's fun, so just keeping it simple.
Mm-hmm. So, can you explain a little bit about what the convert mechanic is?
Sure. So, as you are over God, you have to convert, your followers to the side to worship you. So, as you convert, it's kind of like catching, quote unquote, type. So, you can convert as many as you want. The more that you have, the merrier, obviously. Mm-hmm. And so the conversion, I mean, say if you didn't have that, so you had the knight, so you just converted the knight, and say as you dig deeper into the map, you'll find other rare followers within that map, and you didn't have that one.
Okay.
Then you can convert those over to your side, and they'll have stronger abilities, so you don't have to raise them, to a certain levels to fight other gods that might have that same type of follower that worships there.
Cool. This is cool.
So you can have a maximum of 6 people in your parties? Is that what it is? Or is there...
Yes, so 6-on-6 versus battles. Strategy is everything. So they fight on their own, if you haven't figured out already.
Yeah.
So placement for these characters is vital. So if they have short, like that short sword, obviously he needs to probably be in the front. Other long range attack followers like that, like the what's
The
the
shroom.
character? Yeah, no, not the shroom. The centaur.
Okay.
Obviously, yeah, he has a bow and arrow, so he would be best, to be behind, someone, or maybe and third in line, so that he can shoot from afar and attack the people that you're getting.
So placement of your character is vital in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is very strategic. That's what makes it the most unique, is that battle system. That was the first thing that David had worked on, and he was sure to make sure that it was the most accurate and fair, to say the least.
Mega Pie Man asks, are there plans to add walk animations or Dungeon Man's-esque hopping?
Yes, I know. This was a conversation that him and I had, and quite other people did as well for the animations. I personally wanted animations, and other people did too.
It works for Dungeon Man's. Like, the lack of animations really works for that game.
Yeah, and so David was really sticking to the guns and saying, this is, art as it, as it can be. It's just be about, the gameplay and everything else that you have. You know, and he offered it. You know, if it got big enough that you know maybe we could add it. I guess it might have not been in the budget. So, as far as Dungeon Man's hopping, there's some things that can be finagled around. Yes, so
you should just put all of them on hoverboards.
Centaur Elite.
There, that's all you gotta do. Just put them on hoverboards.
as if they're not already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, quick question. I've got
Sure.
Technically 6 followers now, but my shroom died. So
Okay.
how do I revive him?
So all you have to do, and this is really cool, to revive your followers is to exit the area. So if you click on the book,
Oh, leave area.
yep, and leave the area, you'll be back at the world map. And then if you go and look at your followers by looking at the book,
Hey, mushroom.
and then yeah, you can just throw him right back into active followers, and he's revived. He's all good.
Cool.
There are fountains in the locations.
We
Some
did
of them
find
are-
one of those.
Yes, those are important to find. The red is very rare. The red fountain is very rare, but it will revive and heal all of your characters, and the blue fountain will only heal your characters. So-
Oh, cool. And then you can pretty much go wherever the heck you want.
yeah, within reason. I mean, you have to progress through the story. But
Yeah.
yeah. The maps, like I said, if you dig deeper, the maps may seem a little redundant, but don't be fooled. There are some secret passages. There are deeper followers within the maps. If you go say you go to the far, I'm gonna go to the far left corner of the map. You'll find a follower that you think is maybe there that's hidden. So that you're like, oh, I didn't know that jellyfish was there, level 9. Like, let me get him. So.
Look at the spiky turtle. Interesting. I want a spiky turtle. Yeah, spiky turtle.
You converted it.
Yep. He's cute.
So, when it comes to the multiplayer system, is it gonna be like, can one person be playing on PC while another person play on Android and still fight each other, or is it strictly Android to Android?
So, to my knowledge, that you should be able to play PC to Android, I think, and David may correct me on this later. But I believe since he created basically a database system, whereas you create an account, you log in, and all that information will be saved on the server. So I believe you should be able to play cross-platform, maybe, which would be the greatest ever if he did it, because that would be awesome.
Yeah, totally.
Because that doesn't exist, right now. But that would be pretty amazing.
I don't know how difficult it would be. Do you have any plans on porting this to iOS?
Yeah, that was another conversation that we had. So hopefully, by getting the word out, if the game gets big enough, we can afford, the license to port it to the iOS system, which would be really, really cool. And then it'll be even better because then you can play on the Android followers and iOS followers, PC followers, assuming that the database can handle that type of stuff for the cross-platform gaming.
No. Shroom Swaggington. It's not enough.
Swag my Super 6th. There, that's the only one we need to renamed. I like this. This is good.
Great, I'm glad.
How did you come up with all the music for the different areas?
Good question. So, as he was developing, we had the maps, and I really started out with, just taking the maps as they are, but digging a little bit deeper. So right now you're at the beach scene. So I had a few influences from some very great composers like Nobuo Uematsu and Yoshida Mitsuda from Chrono Trigger, and I just basically dug deep into my nostalgic mind of hearing this music and just did whatever I felt can't come to me. The locations, I really just wanted to do something a little bit different. So I may have switched it up. Like I was told to use modern instruments, but have a still retro sound. So it's a lot of 8-bit, a lot of 16-bit, and a lot of modern instruments that I fused together, which is kind of like a new genre of retro fusion. Mm-hmm. So that part was good. But the challenge came when I had to write themes for the actual characters as the story develops. That you have the main protagonist as you have, and then you have your rival. Theme songs for that, theme songs for the overgod and other characters, that other deities that you'll come across, which was a little bit different. So as you play the game more, you can hear those themes come out based on who they are and the locations that they look over as a god.
Oh.
What program or programs did you use to do all the music?
I used Cubase,
okay.
And I love Cubase a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It gave me some problems near the end, and it was very stressful, but I managed to work it all out. So yeah, I used Cubase to create all the music.
So right now, what are the numbers that pop up above the character? Is that the damage dealt?
Yes, that is the damage. Let's see, algorithm of some sort. It's it's like when you're in the ones, it's 1.7 damage left of like the system, so to speak. So it basically is just telling you how much damage is being received, but also there's a defense too, as you see the shield.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So you could tell how much damage was a 4.4 damage dealt to that one, and this and that, and this 1.7 cancels out.
It's actually kind of neat seeing the way that the mechanic works, because I don't think I've ever seen an RPG that dealt with decimals for damage. It's all just straight 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever.
Mega Pie
or
Man,
words, yeah.
Mega Pie Man is asking in chat, does the game have any random battles?
No random battles. You control all the battles. If you don't want to battle anything, you don't have to.
How far is that going to get you? I think you might be in trouble.
No. I'll just convert them all.
Convert them all.
So how many? So now, if you have 6 followers, you can basically just level them up, maybe to level 4, maybe all of them, and then you'd be able to fight your rival at Amber Isle.
Oh, okay. Uh-oh.
So, sorry, I know you didn't read the story, but yeah, that's your goal.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Moving around, trying to convert things, because that will get, kind of mundane really fast. So yeah, just focus on fighting. Get his 6 followers. Make sure you have some range followers in there. They'll be extremely helpful. I may also tell you that as a god, you also have abilities to level up yourself. So as you level up, with your followers, you would gain abilities as well as a god. So anything from healing your followers to moving them in battle to infernal magic to lightning magic, all of that is available to you as you progress.
I don't think this game would run on my crappy Android.
Actually, it would. I had a Samsung Dart when I was beta testing it in last year, and it really ran. So I think it should probably, as long as you have the space, it should run.
I have Angry Birds on my phone and it lags.
Wow.
That's why I don't use it. That's why it's an alarm clock right now.
I challenge you to give it a shot. You'll be surprised.
Okay, we need one more archer, and then we're good to go. And then we'll level up.
There's a lot of battles in this area
That you don't have to fight.
that you don't have to fight if you don't want to.
Do these fights refresh? Like if I defeat the centaurs that I'm looking at, I leave the area and I come back to this area, can I fight them again?
Yeah, you can fight them as many times as you want. They will always be there for your level up convenience.
Cool. There we go. We's about to get to the ass kicking.
We're going for all ranged attacks.
No, just the back line.
Oh, look at that.
And your shrooms just stand there all swagalicious.
Swagmeister the Sixth
He's just
knows
like,
his
he's just
job.
like, I ain't got nothing to do.
Sports.
Yeah.
Swagmeister.
Swagmeister the Sixth says reach level 5.
Yeah.
And learn to hide.
He's like, I ain't got time for this. I'm going home. You guys can deal with it.
Oh, this is awesome. Okay, Swagmeister, you'll go there. You'll go there. And you're gonna end up there. Good. Let's go to the caves, because we still have to level a little bit.
Mega Pie Man says, it looks like you have an infinite amount of tries to convert beings. How many converted beings can you collect overall?
Good question. So, let's see. It should be over your 128 unique follower types that you can collect.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, it'll keep you busy. I think those are the hidden ones too included, like the ones that you can gain. I'm not gonna have any spoilers for you guys,
Yeah, no worries.
yeah, but there's some good followers in there. Let's just say that.
Like the shroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the shroom.
Can I just get
Oh,
6
you just
of
hit.
those? Whoa, getting a little too close.
I actually kind of like how this is automatic. You sit back and, well, you're the god, so I guess it makes sense.
I am the god.
Yes.
You is the god. You god of the swag mush.
Oh, one of them leveled. Okay. Then we're gonna leave. So I have to keep refreshing them.
Yeah, that's the cheapest thing to do. But if you're trying to like really get like a really good follower deep in the cave, it may be a little bit annoying. But
Oh, I see. Interesting.
you know what I mean? Like if you're say you're low, you battle till you can't battle anymore. And the other cool thing is, I guess I should tell you is you can't really die. Like there's a death and then there's like a second death. So say you passed out. I don't know. Like say your followers passed out,
Yeah.
and then if you had other followers, technically you're not really dead yet because you had other followers that you converted. So
Oh yeah, I see.
so yeah, you don't really not when all 6 are gone. You're not. It's not just like end of the game. You gotta
I'm
start all
being the
over.
god now. Let there be light.
Oh, thank you. This one's running out. Pie Man always has the best questions. Will the multiplayer allow trading followers between different players?
Yes,
We love it.
yes, it does,
There you
and
go.
that is awesome as
Mhm.
well. Pie Man does ask some good questions. Thank you, Pie Man. Thank you.
That's why he has a PhD.
Yep.
Whatever.
Oh, see, those 3 archers, just crazy damage. And you just get something beefy.
And I'm assuming that when the new characters come along, then you're just gonna have to update, integrate, assimilate,
Synergize.
synergy.
Synergy is the name of the game.
Yes.
All of the above.
Okay.
What's your favorite part of this game?
My favorite part, man,
Besides the music, the super awesome music.
my ears are actually tired of the music.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad that you guys really enjoyed it. It's really an honor. I really appreciate it. But my favorite part of the game is, let's see, how do we do this without any spoilers? I think it's I want to say part 7, when some things get a little bit more complicated. And no. My favorite part of the game is when you have to solve puzzles. And there are questions based off of locations from a certain god that you will talk to later.
Oh, that's neat.
And there's also they also test your abilities on your magic and your strategy. So that's my favorite part. I love puzzles. So that really was really a lot of fun for me.
Oh, when does the murder mystery come in?
Let's see. That should be part 6. I want to say part 5, part 6.
Oh. So you need to keep playing.
You'll get a letter, I know, by part 4, but
Cool.
things get a little bit deeper, into the plot, around that area.
So there is a pretty deep storyline to this, apart from just being a god trying to convert. and beat the
Yeah.
crap out of other gods.
Yeah, and your rival, of course. Yeah, there's other things that go on, and there's a. Nah, I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah, all good. All good.
Close, but yeah.
As an Easter egg, you should have put Professor Oak somewhere in this.
Oh my gosh, we might get sued.
Yeah.
Just call him Professor Cedar.
Oh yeah, that
Bring it
yeah,
on.
and do his face in Microsoft Paint.
Yeah, exactly.
4.
Just invert the colors so that he's like blue and black or something.
And have him say, "Oh, hi Ash."
Yeah.
Hi there, buddy.
Uh-oh. I can't bring my big beefer beefs.
Don't tell me those pipsqueaks are your followers. Pitiful. Oh wait, that's a woman.
What's pitiful? It's how I had to deal for you. Or wait. Arthur! It's how long I had to wait for you to show up. Looks like this place is mine now.
Not so fast, number 2. Those bumpkins hardly count as followers. I'd say this is my win, actually.
What? Why don't we see whose followers are actually bumpkins? Prepare for battle, Ryga. Winner gets the island.
Prepare to lose your precious pipsqueaks.
I can't
Bitch.
lose Swagmeister the 6th.
No. Oh. Not the bees! Oh, bees dead.
Oh, snap.
Bee just died. Whatever.
Eyeball.
Yeah, no, after this. Oh,
No,
boy,
I'm
ZG.
done. I'm so done. Swagmeister, no!
Wait, do you have revives?
No.
That's it. That's what those raspberries.
They're probably in my inventory. I just didn't do it.
Ah, titty sprinkles.
They're quite
Yeah, so
sprinkled.
those open slots down there, fill them up with grapes, fill them up with apples. You can also fill up your actual powers of that you have as a god in there to use immediately on her followers as well. So yeah, use it up, and also that bar that's in the middle is your mana bar. So if your mana, it's split between yours and your followers, so you can basically grant. See, now you've kind of died.
Yeah, kind of
Actually,
died.
Wait, did you? No, yeah, I think you did.
I think you need to grind a little bit. Just a little.
So
No, we can do this.
Think you can do this?
So let me take a look here. So you got those followers there. You definitely need some. You need some.
Get everything into your inventory.
Where's that jellyfish? Did you have one?
Yeah, I got a jellyfish.
Yeah, you need to. That jellyfish is your friend next to Swag Meister the 6th. It's so funny because I used to name my Blastoise Meister PK.
Oh, nice.
It's kind of funny.
Okay, so next we have to. Ooh, we should save. Oh no, we're good. Yep,
Stream's dead.
stream's dead.
Why must stream dead?
No.
No, you should be able to just refresh. His OBS is going fine. Maybe we'll just make sure.
Cut! I'm refreshing too because mine froze. Oh, she said power of refresh conquers all. The power of Febreze. What was it? Paul McCartney? What?
Oh, it's for a charity thing.
Gastric bypass is dangerous. Sharon lost 65 pounds with gastric bypass. No surgery.
What makes Dodge Journey the #1 selling crossover in Canada?
This is going to be all cut out.
There's a country full of reasons. Start with 7-passenger seating and in-floor storage.
I don't even know.
Add in all-wheel drive that only engages when you need it to maximize.
We apparently
fuel
have a
efficiency.
commercial coming from somewhere.
MPG from
That we have no
awards 10
idea.
Best engines winner 3 years in a row.
Lol.
Starting at only $19,995. Dodge Journey.
Okay,
It's
looks like
winning the
everybody's
country over
back on
coast to
chat
coast.
or in the stream. How's it going? So, anyway, how do we get the items like the strawberries and stuff onto our thingy?
Onto
your
your
inventory?
bar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you click and drag into, so you go to the item and then you can move it down. I believe while you're in a battle, you can move it down into that area, and then you could do it that way. So that
Let's
would be the
try
easiest
it
way.
over here. Excuse me, sir. There we go.
Oh, so is mine.
Oh yeah, I see.
Hold on a second. Pause. Because it's not showing up in mine either.
Oh really?
Cellulon says there's no audio or video.
Did it work?
Yes. I could click and drag them down easy enough. We're not sure about the stream though. I can always restart over.
Might have to restart the stream.
That's fine.
Man,
Yay! Technical difficulties. If anybody can hear me after these messages.